Hello, Steve White, Steve White 89. I just realised something. With all the hoopla of the Rio concert and ending the celebration tour, and would she get through the whole tour without cancellations? How is she doing? How is she performing? How is she looking? All the bad photography taken, all the good photography taken. We all forgot about the tour book. I mean, people noticed there wasn't a tour book at the start of the tour, but people thought, oh, it's just coming. They didn't get the printing done in time for the early concerts, for the first, leg or whatever. It never came. I can't believe there is no tour book for the celebration tour. The tour celebrating her 40 years of touring, her final, big world tour, probably a final tour altogether, and there's no tour book. That's a crime against collectors, a crime against Madonna fans specifically, and a crime in general. Now, there have been some fans who've done books with their own images, and some of them are quite well done and quite artistic. And honestly, the last couple of tour books programs weren't that amazing. The Rebel Heart one, I have the VIP book, and I think of that as the tour book. I have to remember the actual tour book wasn't that great. It had just a lot of photo shoot pictures, because what you want is pictures from the actual tour, pictures of the costumes, the design, the dances, all those elements that you can get during rehearsals and dress rehearsals, and put in a book. So when you look through the book, you remember the show you saw, not just pictures of Madonna doing studio pose shots, which look good and can remind you of the era and may represent the era that she was in. But we want to see the tour. The best tour book I ever got was Bette Midler's Kiss My Brass, because the whole thing was pictures of the show. And I was really sick that day, and I was too sick to get a film for my camera. That was how long ago it was. I still use film camera, which I used film and cameras until digital got decent. So it's not like I knew people were using digital cameras, but until they got to a certain quality, I kept using film. But I was too sick. I was happy to get to the actual show, that I didn't go out and buy film, so I didn't have any photos. I didn't take any photos, which is a pity, because I had a moment with Bette Midler where I was using binoculars and I was standing looking at her, and she waved to me, and I waved back and thought, you idiot, she's not waving at you, there's a million people out there. And I turned around and realised I was the only person still standing up. Everyone else had sat down, and I was there with binoculars, and she was waving at me. I didn't get a photo of any of that or anything. So I was glad when I bought the book, and the book had all these pictures. It's like, well, I remember the show not from my own pictures, but from the pictures in the book, which unfortunately is not usually the case, like with Madonna's last couple of tour books. But yeah, she didn't do one at all. There's nothing to commemorate. Now, there was a VIP Madame X book and a standard sort of program for Madame X, but there was nothing for this. Now, hopefully they're either planning to do this, or they get a clue and release a book later about the celebration tour in place of the program. That would be good. I've heard rumours that's happening, kind of like how Guy Siri did a couple of books, because he obviously had access and did a lot of great photos, like there's a Confessions one, but I haven't heard that yet. But we'll see. Either way, it didn't happen. Is it going to happen? I don't know. Maybe I'll buy one of the fan ones. Some people have actually made fan programs trying to do what they thought the program would have looked like, using a lot of the promotional art, which works quite well. But what do you think of this? Her not doing a program, like, it just seems like, how did that not happen? Like, every other tour had one, even the Virgin tour, which wasn't, a world tour. Well, actually, technically it was. It went to Canada. It's a different country. I'm sick of people saying it's not a world tour. It's the Virgin tour. It's iconic. It's amazing. But yeah, what do people think of no book? Will we get one? What do we think of the fan ones? I don't know. I got to buy something because I got nothing for it. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the Madonna Celebration tour book situation.